runners, let's talk about injury-proofing your run. So for a lot of runners, that means getting the right pair of shoes. It can also mean what your training plan looks like. Are you warming up? Are you stretching? Are you doing strength training? Like, there's a lot of things that can go into making sure you have a well-rounded program to prevent injuries. The top thing, though, that will help you make sure you're actually taking that really good step to prevent your running injuries is to make sure you practice the running action so that you can do the run when you go running. And I say that because when people go running, usually if I say to you, and you can think about it right now, if I said, hey, let's go running, and you've never been running, what's your first thought of what running is, right? So for most people, they think of like just where they're gonna go running, how many miles they're gonna go running. They see the running, kind of the outcome of running, right? We always ask like, hey, how many miles did you run? What was the temperature like? But no one ever really asks you like, well, how did you run? What kind of running did you do, right? And the only differential we might usually talk about for running is usually speed. Did you sprint? Did you jog? Was it a tempo? Was it a zone? So there's all these kind of like different maybe styles of running, thoughts of running, but really no one ever stops to say, hey, have you been practicing your running? Whereas if you play a sport, you practice the skills for the sport, right? So it's important to start to think of running as a skill. It's a skill. And so to be better at something, you want to practice, especially the main skill, which for us, for runners, we want to be able to pull our foot up from the ground as soon as it touches down. So first you have to just kind of learn what is that movement. It's called the pull. And what you're doing in your run is you are in what's called the running pose, figure 4. And in this position, this is the optimal position for the body to use gravity to accelerate forward. So first of all, I have to learn this position, this pose. And then the second thing I have to learn is my job, in order to travel and keep running, what do I need to do? Well, I need to pull this foot up from the ground. So during my run, my body will be traveling. There's gravity, there's momentum. So as my body's traveling, I need to pull my foot. And where am I pulling my foot to? Well, in practice, I'm pulling my foot to pose. So I have a specific job. My job is to recover the pose, pulling the foot up here, right? So then I can say, okay, well, then I have a job to do. So first I'm gonna make sure, can I stand in pose? And you see now, let's say I'm standing here and I'm like, wow, I'm really having a hard time with balance. By the way, I will always encourage you, practice by a wall. Most of us, when we first start practicing, have to work on our balance in 100%. So it's important to understand, I do need balance, and I need single leg strength, and I need hip strength, and I need all of the things that people talk about. But first I need to make sure that I understand where I need to be, which is in this figure 4 position, in this running pose. Then the second thing is to understand that my job is to keep pulling the foot up using the hamstring. So then I have to learn how to use my hamstring to pull my foot up. And these are all pieces that you go through in the learning phase. I'll tell you something neat in a minute, but the pull is the action of the run. I'm pulling to pose. So then I learned just that concept. So then, okay, then I have to learn how to do this pull action. And so I, of course, have the free on the app, the 3-2-1 Run. It will take you right through all those learning practices. And then what happens is you put it all together to go running, right? So then you're like, okay, I practiced my pull. I feel good with my pose. Off I go, fall forward, and run. So if I repeat the correct action every step, I'm minimizing my risk of injury. If every time that my foot touches down, I pull it, right? Then I'm reducing impact. My knees are bent, which reduces impact, huge amount, like over 50%. I'm using my hamstring, giving my hips a break, holding my body in balance so I have less stress on my joints. So all of those things are happening with me just making sure that I do my job. That's why it's so important that before you start doing all the stretching and rolling and all the stuff, which you do need to do, first see why you need to do it. See what I mean? Like instead of just thinking, I need to stretch, I want you to think, okay, when I stand, I struggle with balance. So I need to make sure not only am I stretching, and I'm practicing balance as well. See? Then it makes sense. Why do I need to practice balance? To hold my pose, right? Why do I need to practice stretching? Like range of motion work, so I can increase my stride length. The way you increase your stride length is you increase your ability to fall holding pose and you pull, and then you'll increase your stride length. You'll increase the amount of distance you travel from pose to pose. It's so neat what running turns into once you understand the movement of running, the action you need to do, right? And then it's a skill you can continue to get better at. You're always going to improve your ability to be in balance, to hold your body in the right position. I mean, just the strength you need, by the way, to hold your head over your shoulders, over your hips. So I have put together, of course, in my 3-2-1 run plan, a balance. So you do like skill drills, you do a strength exercise, and of course you do self-care, because you do need to do all of the things, the skill, the strength, the self-care, to support the skill of running, so that you are able to hold your body up, pull your foot, whatever speed, whatever distance you want to run. That is your best injury prevention. So I hope you guys try the 3-2-1 run. Let me know how it goes if you do try it. Of course, I would be happy to coach you. Join us at runrx.fit and I will coach you live. You send me videos, I check your videos. We also do like Zoom, so it's a little bit like in person. And of course, thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and have a great run.